Hai guys, and welcome back to Seleb English, di mana kita bongkar bahasa Inggrisnya Seleb Indonesia. I'm a little bit santai today, so yeah, we're gonna keep it simple. We're doing Nadiem. Dia baru jadi Menteri Pendidikan, dulu dia CEO Gojek, and he was one of the founders of Gojek, and Gojek is just one of those companies that changed Indonesia for the better, but for some people for the worst. Get rid of my sweat mustache. Simple today, guys, simple, yeah? I don't even want to wear a uniform. Maafin ya.
All the time. Being intimidated and being, slightly scared at certain times is an ongoing process that I think every millennial in Gojek and outside of Gojek has to deal with.
First impressions, 100% dia seperti orang Amerika kalau ngomong.
But at the end of the day, I do believe that courage is the ability to overcome that fear because everyone gets scared. So does it get intimidating? Yeah. Do I exactly know what I am doing? Most of the time. Do I exactly know what I am doing?
Do I exactly know what I'm doing? Itu sedikit aneh, tapi I'm gonna say biasalah, lebih tepat. Do I know exactly what I'm doing?
Just hyper-experiment the hell out of everything you do. Clear?
He says hyper-experiment a lot. Or should I say he uses hyper as a prefix a lot?
Just hyper-experiment, hyper-diversification, hyper-innovate in order to adapt.
Jadi kadang-kadang dia bicara seperti saya, like I'm super excited. It's like super weird.
Every day we feel like super blessed and grateful.
Super interesting. And then all of a sudden he says hubris. And I'm like, what the hell is hubris?
That's when people start, I think, going downhill and failing at a lot of things because of hubris.
Dan aku sampai harus buka kamus untuk tahu hubris itu apaan gitu. I don't know all the words in the dictionary, man. A way of talking or behaving that is too proud. I ain't letting hubris take me down. I'm gonna be rendah hati. Oh, wait.
Hubris.
Hubris, not hubris. Did he say hubris or hubris?
Hubris.
Anyway, this is not a vocabulary item for my arsenal karena it's literary dan gak pernah dipakai. If you see that literary word, mungkin lebih baik gak dipakai bicara sehari-hari. Apalagi videonya buat orang Indonesia yang gak bakal tahu itu hubris. Bule aja gak tahu hubris itu apa gitu. Aduh Nadiem, kamu bikin saya kerja. Alright, so these are the labels used in the dictionary. This is a literary term, which means language is used mainly in literature and imaginative writing. For example, a flame, halikon, what the hell? It's kind of like this, guys. Gue pernah coba belajar bahasa Sunda pakai ini. Harusnya ST1 gampang ya. Angga aja nggak ngerti ini. I'm like, hey, Angga, emperati itu naon? Genjring, gunana, paranti. Angga only could do like half of this. Mungkin karena bahasanya nggak pernah dipakai, anjing. Goblok. Sometimes he's talking like a normal person, and then Sometimes he's talking like a normal American, like everyday conversation, and then tiba-tiba dia pakai hubris.
You cannot ignore the role of luck as well in this, because if you constantly attribute all of your success to yourself, that's when people start, I think, going downhill.
Attribute.
Constantly attribute.
It was at this moment when I'm like, salah lo. Because we have attribute, which is a noun.
Attribute.
And attribute, which is a verb.
Attribute.
He used it as a verb, but he said it like a noun. That may happen to a native speaker too, once in a while. Tapi biasanya, we correct ourselves. Attribute it to. Aku jadi riset, and memang he went to international schools. Yeah, he didn't really spend, I don't think he spent that much time. How long has he been in Indonesia, guys? Comment below. Udah berapa lama dia di Indonesia? Karena I'm getting bule vibes from this guy. This dude is more bule than me. Have I been in Indonesia longer than him? I think I have. His Indonesian's better than mine though, and so is his English. Guys, this dude is part of the academic elite. Harvard University here, okay? Dan gua cuma lulusan pesantren. So, yeah. And he's a businessman, he's got an MBA, he knows all the business jargon, vocabulary-nya luar biasa.
And the largest regional kind of juggernaut with the most amount of funding. There are serendipitous forces that you may not be aware of.
I'm gonna say he has more vocabulary than I do. Karena vocab gua itu sama dengan anak umur 19 tahun. Karena aku datang ke Indonesia umur 19 dan sejak itu vocab gua kayak frozen gitu. So, I pick up a few new words kalau aku baca buku atau kalau aku nonton YouTube barat, tapi ya, he is damn smart. I'm gonna say 99.999% native speaker. Itu lebih ke international school kid daripada native speaker yang public school di Canada, you know?
We are a very difficult animal to guess.
He sounds rich. He is rich. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's really hot in Bali right now, guys. I feel like a creepy, sweaty man. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyway, ini pertama kali kita dapat orang kayak gini di pemerintahan. Oh yeah, he blew them all out of the water. All of them. Number one gitu loh, guys. Number one. Kita belum pernah loh punya orang di pemerintahan yang perfect gitu bahasa Inggrisnya kayak dia. Does it matter? Probably not. Tapi kita nggak terlalu banyak bahan pelajaran karena hubris itu nggak terlalu penting buat kita kan. Masa belajarnya hubris doang?
Thanks for ruining the show, Nadiem.
Ya udah deh. Buat yang sudah lumayan pintar bahasa Inggris, if you want to stick around, I think I want to rant a little bit. So if you are still learning English, udah dah. Go watch Guruku Mr. Day. But like, listen, I don't know if it's good for us or bad for us in Indonesia now that he is working for the government. When you start working for the government, it's kind of like you get amputated. So look at all the great things he's done in the private sector. Gojek has changed all of our lives. That's why I'm sure he's made a ton of money, because that is just representing how much good he has done for us. He's made my life easier. He's made your life easier. And now that he works for the government, it's going to be like he lost a leg. So he's not going to be able to move as quickly. And that's going to be really frustrating. Because he's going to be like, I have the solution and I can fix this problem right now. And then he's not going to be able to fix the problem. Karena ada itu, ada ini, ada ini. I think he's going to get really frustrated. And it is true. He could do more good for us in the private sector. Tapi ya udah, dia mau pengalamannya. It's like so prestigious. It's like, it's incredible. It's a dream come true. It's a challenge. It's a learning opportunity. So yeah, of course he took the job. But my advice to Nadiem is observe, but don't absorb. And if some of your ideas don't come to fruition, it's because they weren't meant to be. It might be to our detriment, but it might be for the best, because it's susah diprediksi. Indonesia is an ecosystem. Whenever there's a policy change, like, we don't know exactly what the effect will be anyway. I have an example. So back when I was rollerblading in Java, I went to this, like, bukan Circle K tapi like mini mart gitu, and it was kind of famous, tidak jauh dari Jalan Malioboro. And in front of the mini market, there were steps. So nggak ada kursi, nggak ada meja, but there were steps. And karena ada banyak turis ke sana untuk, I don't know, 1-2 bir or whatever, right? While they were sitting on the steps, students would come, like Indonesian students or just Indonesian people, young Indonesians lah. Hello, mister, how are you? And sometimes their English was much better than that. And because the bule was sitting there enjoying his bintang besar or whatever, they would be pretty open to talk to people, and it was basically a free conversation class. And the Indonesian wasn't even drinking beer. The Indonesians would drink like teh kotak or like have some kacang garuda or something like that. And then, but the bule would stick around and have a long chat because they're finishing their big bintang. And they're more open and receptive. They're laughing more. They're enjoying themselves more. And the Indonesian is getting free conversation class. Learning new vocabulary. The Indonesian could be like, is my English correct? And the bule would just be like, yeah, man, that's correct. Or no, it should be like this. It's like, that has value. That has value. At EF, you have to pay for that. And it was also a cultural exchange. Oh, in Indonesia, it's like this. They're educating that bule, yang baru turun dari kapal. And the bule would educate the Indonesian about their country. Oh, or even about Thailand. Oh, I was just in Thailand. In Thailand, it's like this, it's like that. And it's just like, it's mind-opening, eye-opening. And it was just so wonderful. And then they took the beers out of the mini markets. No more beer at Alphamart. No more beer at any mini market. You have to go to the grocery store, and it closes at 9 or whatever. Or you have to go to a bar where it's going to be more expensive. And the Indonesians yang tadinya duduk sama bule di depan Circle K sambil ngeteh, they can't sit with the bules anymore because they have to go to a cafe where like teh itu 40,000. So the Indonesians that were on a strict budget no longer had access to communication with these bules, so they couldn't practice their English as easily because there were fewer people sitting outside the Circle K. And in Jakarta, we have fewer tourists, but we have more bules yang kerja di Indonesia, like mungkin setahun, 2 tahun, 3 tahun gitu. And some of them, you know, some of them only make 10 million a month, man. They're not all rich, and they get kind of a crappy English teaching job at EF. Hello. And then they go, they want to get a beer on Friday, and they would go to maybe the Box Mart. It used to be a place in Kemang where it was a mini market, and you just sit there on boxes and you can drink your beers there and hang out. And it was so multicultural. You'd have bules from all over going there, and the Indonesians would go there too with their teh kotak or whatever they wanted. Some of them had beer, true, but not many. Most of them were onto the kacang and the este. And you could just sit at someone's table and listen to their conversation, or, you know, strike up a conversation with them. Oh, hi, can I sit down? And they'd be like, oh yeah, sure. And then they say, where are you from? And then, oh, I'm from Sweden. So that closed. After they had that alcohol ban in the mini markets, they would have to go to places where Indonesians don't go, or they would pick up beers at the grocery store and then just drink at home where the Indonesians would not have access to them. Jadi yang tukar pikiran, yang belajar bahasa, yang tukar budaya itu hanya middle class di atas. The people who didn't have much money udah nggak, lebih susah gitu. And we didn't know that was gonna happen. We didn't know that was gonna happen. They took the beer out of the mini markets, and all of a sudden you closed these informal universities. No more free conversation class for you. That was really sad. And it was something I thought about because, like, yeah, I remember sitting with my friends at Circle K, and Indonesians would just come over to the table, and then it would all be like a big group. But if they don't serve beer, fewer bules go there. And so it's not really a thing anymore. Dulu sering sekali ada bule nongkrong di depan Alfamart. I met people there that are still my friends till today, but now that's gone. The people in Jakarta have to go to like Eastern Promise, and like Booty doesn't go there. Susie goes there, but Booty doesn't go there. So that's sad. But like again, it's an ecosystem. So if you change one thing with, you know, a desired outcome, and all of a sudden this happens, and like you had no way to predict this would be one of the repercussions of it. That was a rant, man. Anyway, observe, don't absorb. And quickly come back to the private sector, please, and fix our other problems. Thanks. I don't think anybody's listening to my rant, but whatever. Bye.